Welcome back to our home build here in Mexico. This weekend, we have a couple goals. First off, we gotta finish the hot and cold water lines for the kitchen. Then we're going to install our new water tank up on the roof. Then we have to take the water lines and run them from the water tank to the kitchen and to the bathroom. We also have to finish the drain lines that run to the septic tank. Those are almost completely there. We just have to break 2 holes in the septic tank and finish off those lines. So let's see just how much work we could get done this weekend. So as we were working on close to the end of the video last week, we do have to cover these water pipes. We have a bunch of dirt that's in the front, and we essentially just have to move a bunch of that. We're gonna have to cover this pipe that goes all the way down. We also want to move quite a bit of dirt in the backyard because we do just have like some pretty big trenches. But right now we're just gonna get started on making sure this water pipe is covered. So let's get into it.
Dale. Bueno.
¿Qué pasó?
No, hija. ¿Sí, hija? Sí. ¿De qué hay o qué?
Animales.
Aquí lo ponemos. Aquí en la esquina, hasta adentro no.
Solo azul.
Solo es, sí, la mitad, tajado. Y otra vuelta. ¿Ya no da? ¿Otro poco? ¿No?
No sé. I don't want to break it.
No, no es por aquí. ¿No? This O-ring is important. cocina y el baño, ¿ok? A ver. Vamos a ver. Ok, gracias. Ay, se mueve. Bien. No. Sí. Ok. Ok, un tubo de aquí para acá. Vamos. Esto va aquí. En el piso. Ah, ok. Ok, voy. Unos. Unas perras. Listo. Oh. Muy bien. Ok. Listo. Ok. Ok. ¿Está bien? Ok. Lo veo, ahí está. Ok.
So as you can see, we now have water running to our water tank. This is coming from the meter, down the side of the house, up the roof, and then to the water tank. This is a huge step done, and I'm so glad we finally have water here and running water. Like, amazing step. Now we just need to take this and hook up the cold water lines in the bathroom and the kitchen. And then after that, we still need to get a hot water tank that's gonna sit next to this. And so then it'll be this water tank into the hot water tank, and then that will run to the bathroom and kitchen, just like the cold water lines. But so glad we finally have this done. This is a huge step accomplished.
Más para arriba. Ahí. Ok.
Ay, perdón.
No, no pasa nada. Bueno, otro aquí. Ok. Vámonos. Ok. Más afuera. Ahí es. Ok. Línea. Línea, línea. ¿Así? ¿Está bien? ¿Sí? Más. Ahí así. Ajá.
Me manda Mónica. El down. Está haciendo down.
Ujú. Más abajo. Eso. No, ahí voy. Ok.
Me escribe ella.
Ahí le digo. No, al revés. Otra vez, chicas.
So that's the cold water line done to there. We still just need to do this connection here, but that one meets down at the bottom. This direction is the cold water for the bathroom, and that one's going to be the cold water for the kitchen, which will run over there.
Vámonos. Al revés. Ya soy famoso. Sí. Las pinzas para cortar. Ajá. Aquí está.
I was thinking the wrong thing.
No, pero, sí. Sí. Okay.
So we ran the cold water line from the water tank all the way down the front of the house. Then we're going down this side wall and then in down here, if you want to show that real quick. Just in through there. Then we're just going to go across here for the sink. So funnily enough, the longest water line in the house is just one single connection for the sink. So all of that work down from the middle of the house to here is literally just for the sink, because the other two connectors in the kitchen are the hot water lines, so kind of funny.
Aquí no entra. Un poquito
No.
más.
No. Ah,
¿Es este?
sí.
Oh my God.
Era para allá. ¿Y cómo le van a hacer ahora?
You couldn't say anything?
No me fijé yo tampoco.
Okay. Un doble?
Doble.
I forgot to record any context, but when installing the water line for the kitchen sink, we started to accidentally run it to the dishwasher instead. We didn't have the connector we needed to fix it, so we had to move on to another task and come back to fix it the next day.
Aquí. Ajá. Okay. Media. Okay. Ahí sí. Ahora sí. Ok. Todo. Ese también.
¿Eh?
Ese también.
Espera.
La primera. Ok. Vámonos. Más. Pues sí, este. Ok. Va a hornear por ahí. Ok, vámonos. Ok, este sale aquí. Ok, a ver. Alineado para. Así. ¿Vamos bien? Ujú. Mija. Ok. Vámonos. Ok, vamos a poner un clavo. Otra sudadera, te digo. Entonces, vamos a cortar aquí. Aquí. Sí. Todavía tiene agua. Entonces, aquí. Al revés. Sí. Ok. Ok, vámonos. All the time you see this one, eh? This one is O-ring.
O-ring, sí.
Ajá, ok. It's very important. No, no necesito. Primero este. Ok.
¿Listo?
Listo. Ok. That's all here.
This is the cold water input coming from the water meter up to the rooftop tank. And we're just putting an extra valve here just in case there's any leaks or any issues. We don't have to go all the way up to the roof. We could just shut this one off from here. So that's what we're taking care of right now.
Ok, otra vez. Ok, vamos. Ok, clean.
So we had to cut this long one that comes from the washing machine and sink and connects to the bigger one for the toilet and the shower. Because when we did this long middle pipe and heated it to bend it into the shape so that it fit this angle, the washing machine and the sink ones shifted a little bit. And so we also just need to like take the roto again and dig out the channels a little bit deeper so these pipes fit a little bit better. So.
So. Ah, las llaves. Las llaves. No más. No. Okay. Sí. Sí dio. Sí dio, gracias.
So we finished all of the water hookups in the house, well, the cold water hookups. So this is currently closed, so no water's running to the house through this one. I'm gonna open this one and we're gonna check it. I think this one's open. Agua? So we have water running to the house. We just forgot one cold water hookup in the bathroom for the toilet, but I'm running out of camera space, so I don't know how much more I'm gonna be able to film, but I might have to do a recap afterwards of the rest of the stuff we get done or film a bit on my phone, but when the time comes to it, we'll see, because I literally only have 5 minutes left of space on this camera.
Oh. No, no sale. Pues es que está bien doblado, güey. No sale.
We weren't able to feed the electrical wire through the tube that was installed in the wall, so we unfortunately had to dig out a large portion of the support column so we could run a new tube and get the wiring to fit through it. Sketchy, but necessary.
Ya no quedó aquí, mi amor, pedazo de... Se le digo al güey. Me extraña, güey. Más agua. Más agua ahí. ¿Quieres una cerveza?
Sí, gracias. So making the hole for the septic drain from the bathroom. Just gonna cut a hole into here and then run the pipe through it. Sí.
Okay.
Abuela.
Más.
Más.
Okay.
Okay. Entonces, para... Ah. Sabes que está una tabla ahí. Ahí topa. Pero lo vamos a meter aquí y luego lo acomodo.
So I did have to film a bunch of stuff yesterday on my phone, so I'm just going to do a real quick recap just in case I missed anything. So this weekend we worked on finishing up the cold water lines. We're still going to need to get a bunch of work done on the hot water lines. All of them are ran in the bathroom, we just don't have the kitchen ones done, because what we do need to do is still need to get the hot water tank installed up on the roof. We're going to need to create a small house to put that in, so it's nice and covered and protected from the weather. That's going to go up on the roof, and then the hot water will be running to the kitchen and to the bathroom pretty much the same way like the cold water does. So we had pretty much already had everything done in the bathroom. The only issue is that when we installed this long pipe down the middle, because it's at an angle, we needed to use a blowtorch, and when we did that, it bent everything else out of shape, and this one over here came out from the wall. We had to cut this one here, redo these ones. We did dig further into the wall to create the channel a little bit bigger, and then we added a connector on this one to extend the pipe. But that now means the bathroom is done. All of the cold water connections are here for the sink, for the washing machine, and for the toilet, and for the shower. So that's done. We do just need to do the hot water lines. Well, actually, all the hot water lines are in the bathroom. We just need to do the connectors, finish off the shower, and then add a tap for this hot water line as well. And then here in the kitchen, we had actually originally messed up. This is the cold water line for the sink, but on Saturday we put it here to the hot water line for the dishwasher. So unfortunately we did run out of the connectors that we needed to fix that one. So on Sunday in the morning, we bought more of those connectors and we fixed this cold water line. So now we have cold water running to the kitchen. And as you may have seen in the last video, we did have some people come in and build the septic tank for us. Because it was so cold last weekend, they weren't able to pour the cement. So earlier this week, they took care of that and got this done. So now we have a completely finished septic tank. We also finished up this drainage pipe here that runs from the bathroom to the septic tank. So that one's completely finished and covered. The only thing we still need to do is the drainage pipe from the kitchen into the septic tank. We did just need to get a few more connectors to finish this one off with the proper angle. That'll be finished in the next video. And finally, the last major issue that we needed to take care of was the electric panel box. As you can see, it's still not fully installed. Unfortunately, when our contractor installed the panel box on the front that the electric meter is installed into, an issue happened with the tubing that's inside, because when they went to pour in the concrete to reinforce the wall, it essentially crushed that tubing a little bit and messed it up. So we did have to dig out this entire thing here so that we could reinstall the tubing and wire that's going to run up to the panel box. So then we put this wood here, we filled in all of the cement, and now we just need to get a different wiring for this one so we can finally install the electrical box. Then we'll have the electricity commission come in, install their meter onto our panel, and then we'll actually have running electricity to the property. So we no longer need to borrow it from our neighbor. So we'll finally be able to get some more stuff done here on the property. And that's going to wrap up all the work we're going to be able to get done this weekend. We got a ton of stuff done. A few major important projects are pretty much almost to the finish line. I think just one more weekend working on the water and that'll be done. So huge steps being made. If you enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button and subscribe to stay up to date on all the progress we're making on our home build here in Mexico. And if you want to watch more, I highly recommend this video where we got started installing all of the water lines in our bathroom. We'll see you next time.